Hello everyone, this is Boris. Welcome to another episode of Sketchman Draws. So today I'm just going to do another tutorial of a cartoon character. So he's one of my favorite characters, favorite design, Bugs Bunny. So I'm using Clip Studio Paint as usual, and I'll be sorry. First I'll do some pencils just to show you just to block down the basic shapes, like basic structure, and then I'll go in with the ink and then do the line art, and then color, of course, with opaque watercolor in Clip Studio Paint. So just to show you first, so again, there are reasons why I was just thinking today actually when I was planning on doing this video. Um, there are reasons why these characters are so iconic and so recognizable because they are almost like logos, which means even in silhouette you'll be able to tell them, like what kind of characters they are. Um, so I'm just reducing the opacity, making it more transparent so that I could show you quickly how I see bugs. Um, so I'll always start with the head. So for the head, actually, you see the big shape here is there's a sort of egg under here. So I don't know if I could sort of an egg shape here, and then another egg like oval here, right? You see that? And then the neck is very simple. And then you have the body. So I almost like like cut and paste kind of like the arm, and then this arm is sticking out. So for the hand, actually, I'll just start usually with a square and then just draw the fingers. And then I think the legs are pretty straightforward. They are like cylinders. And then let me for the feet, like another oval. So and then of course, so you have a line that goes like this, a line that goes this way, and then there's a line that does the exact opposite. So if I remove so yeah, this is basically, let me zoom out. This is basically how I'm going to break down bugs, right? So let me hide this layer. I have the image I showed you. I have it opened in another second screen, so I'm looking at it as I draw. Don't worry, I'm not drawing it from memory. I think I can, but so here I have the pencil to show you like how I break down. So like I said, I always start with the head. So let me maybe make it so that you see a white page. Okay. So we have the first oval, right? Slightly tilted toward, like it's not exactly symmetrical. It's slightly like tilted on this side. Okay. And then is chin area, or um, and then from there I go down to his neck. It's almost like a neck of a vase, right? Like, but except for this one, it's a little bit again to the side, pulled to the side. From there on, I can drop down um, to his. So I could do this and then go up. Almost like the shape of a sort of like a potato or a bean or something, like an oversized bean. Um, and actually, when I was teaching this to a student the other day, I was just explaining to him that you can see that even if it's a cartoon character, um, like the guys who drew this have observed the anatomy. Like, you see that you have the shoulder here, and it comes down like this. And then it goes back, like this is the elbow here, right? So that thing, like, so for example, if I were to do that in a sort of a stick figure, right? And if I just follow that, and here just by lines, um, maybe if I erase this. So, okay, let's say you have this. Okay. If you look at this, it will be like as if you're looking straight forward, right? Like from straight on. If I draw the line like this, you see what it's doing? It's saying that. So basically, it's turning. So maybe with the hand it will be easier. Let's say this is the body, right? That's the torso. If it's like this, which means that the hand is in front of the body, right? Like if I put the line like this, and just with a simple line, I could actually change how this works. So now if I remove that line, and then I put this, which means that it's on the back, right? So just this line could actually give you an idea of how the joints are placed, or how the uh, different body parts are placed. So okay, let's go back to uh, and so for the moment I'm not complicating myself. I'm just going with simple shapes. Yes, it's a square, but I just rounded up the edges a little bit. I'll just put a cone here, and which I will turn into a carrot later. So maybe some. I'm just trying not to get ahead of myself, actually. I feel like I drew him too fat, so let me draw him a little bit. I gave him too much of a value. Okay, so now that we have this, I think we can put his tail here. Then I'll reduce the size. So I actually, regarding Photoshop, I do have Photoshop, but I'm not using it. I should try to use it, because I think they have really a lot of interesting brushes and textures and stuff. But for some, I'm used to Clip Studio Paint, and I like it. So okay, I think that will give me enough space for. Sorry, I keep putting my hand in front of my mouth. So oops. Okay. You have to be careful. This left ear is in front of us. Then this right here is the back. Again, like I said, with the line, with the elbow I showed you, like you can create 3D depth, like in terms of even with simple characters. Like if you create a, let's say a robot like this, right? So if you draw him like this with 2 arms, it'll be like, yeah, but it's not very interesting. But if you draw him like this, you hide the other arm a little bit here, and then you put the other arm here. You know, suddenly it takes a 3D shape or a depth, right? Yeah, small things like that can help you sell the depth of view. Again, as you can see, even when I'm in pencil face, I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay, so I just had to add that the right shoulder. I feel like I am getting a little bit away from the posture, so let me correct that. And then bring it down like this. And actually, yeah, same here. I'm not going down with parallel lines like this. I a little bit, you know, play with the thickness. Like the thing is, I'm teaching. I've learned so much from people who have drawn these characters and so much more. Um, so again, this represents that oval, remember? So I'll just go ahead and draw the sheet. You're probably getting impatient watching me talk too much and not draw enough. So always, I don't know who listens to this, but I hope you're listening. Feel free to leave comments of like whatever you want to learn. Maybe the head is too small. Yep, there you go. I'm just going to turn this layer into blue so that when I'm inking, I don't get confused with the lines that belong to this layer and the pencil layer and the ink layer. So yeah, starting with the head is always a good idea. So again, I'm using Clip Studio Paint, and I'm using this pen called Mapping Pen, which I really love. Actually, I brought it. So let me zoom in a little bit. You have to know that countless products have copied this design whenever they want a rabbit as their mascot. Starts to look like a Bugs Bunny knockoff. That's because I didn't follow my own advice. I didn't follow the design that these guys have created. so that's the carrot. And just quickly applying colors. So I know I can go in with the bucket tool and do the fill in. I do that when I'm lazy, but for some reason, I don't know, I like just painting it, just filling that area. It's very pleasing. So it's recommended that you don't zoom in too much, because first of all, I think you might hurt your eyes, because now I'm drawing on screen on a display tablet. But also, like, nobody is going to look at that closely. So especially with cartoon characters, just keep them as simple as possible. I might even shadow and put some highlights on this one. I have this thing where I make everything shiny. Let's see if that works for bugs. So the eyes change it all, right? Like, maybe I can still wait. Let me change that. So there you go. So if the light, let me just bring back the layer for the pencil. So if the light is coming this way, okay, so this side will be in shadow. And there you go.